Into the Heart of Advent, Chapter 13, the Magi. Our reading is from Matthew's Gospel, Chapter 2, verses 9 to 12. And I'm reading from the New Revised Standard Version, the Anglicised edition. They set out, and there ahead of them went the star that they had seen at its rising, until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw that the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering the house, they saw the child with Mary his mother, and they knelt down and paid him homage. Then, opening their treasure chests, they offered him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they left for their own country by another road. I don't buy many Christmas presents. Turning the feast of the Incarnation into a massive orgy of consumerism, generating myriads of baubles and worthless trinkets, does not hugely appeal to me. Even so, as we celebrate God's lavish and unconditional love wrapping around the world in an outpouring of grace, it seems appropriate to find gifts for those people in my life who might otherwise feel lonely or left out, who might feel forgotten. This is why, right now, Jesus and I are in the ground floor of our town's only department store. The perfumery and jewellery section are always on the ground floor near the front door to catch the impulse buyer, and that's where we are. He's been sniffing all the men's perfumes in happy experimentation, while I've been hovering over a display of sparkly earrings. We meet up near the handbags, and I suggest going up to the cafe on the top floor to think things through. Getting the right gift for the right person is difficult, isn't it? We find a table near the window where the beautiful light from the sea floods in, and I contemplate Jesus tucking into a mince pie and a cup of hot chocolate with marshmallows and whipped cream. Gold, frankincense and myrrh, I say to him. Not much changes, does it? Choosing gifts that convey how treasured somebody is, how deeply valued. That's the point. Gifts that will mean something to them. Wise men choosing what is fragrant and costly, to communicate how much they cherish and esteem the one to whom they bring their gifts. Of all the gifts my life has brought me, I cannot think of one more special and amazing than having Jesus listen quietly while I turn over the endless ruminations of my heart, exploring deeper, tunneling down, trying to feel my way to wisdom in my personal experience of reality. Travelled in the dark, didn't they? Like we all do. They made their way by the light of stars that vanish behind clouds, with nothing to guide them but a belief system they practiced faithfully. They followed stars and dreams, and they stayed close together, and they brought the best of what they had along with them, in the hope that they'd find you one day. And they did. They came to the house where the young child was. It says, "What does it mean, Jesus? that wealth acquires meaning when we lay it at your feet, at your disposal, that all truth is God's truth and every pathway of faith can be the track into your presence, that we should pay attention to the intimations of the natural world and the strong insights of dreams because we are on the trail of mystery, that the best we have is meant to be given away, that we should walk so far as within us lies in the path of peace, discreetly avoiding confrontation but refusing to collude with cruelty. When I think about them, I can see their eyes shining, dark in dark faces, yet bright with intelligence and understanding. They look back at me down 2,000 years, their treasures held in their hands, the treasures of darkness, wrapped in the shadows of time, revealed by starlight and imagination. And they fascinate me. But the main feeling I get from them is absolute otherness. I'm not wealthy. I'm not Persian. I'm not a man. And I live in the 21st century. Who even are they to me? By this time, Jesus has finished his cocoa. I don't know if you knew this, but he is not above wiping his finger round the inside of his mug to get the last bits of marshmallow and cream. Jesus is not proud. Living respectfully with difference, says Jesus, is one of the hallmarks of the kingdom. The chaste gold vessel and the hand-carved wooden box of poverty, they each have their own beauty. The deep, slow bass chant and the florid organum over the top together make up the glory of polyphony. Life is rich in infinite variety. The secret of joy is to eschew comparison and pursue your own path in faithfulness. This Sunday will be our chapel nativity service. The children have been practicing for months. Together they will tell the story over again. Some of them dressed in sacks with tea towels on their heads to be shepherds, 3 of them in the splendid regalia of the Magi, Mary in blue and Joseph holding his lantern, one in white with tinsel round her head to be an angel, a little kid in leggings standing on a chair in the pulpit holding high the star, and the toddlers clad in Sherpa fleece to remind us that even sheep get a look in at Christmas. According to how cooperative they are and how capable of remembering their lines, they are allocated each one a part in retelling the story. And I guess it's the same with me. The art of contentment lies in being glad I have a part to play. You all done then? I say to Jesus. Shall we go back down through the gift wrap department and get everything we need? I notice that, as we do, even a resurrection body finds the timing of getting onto an escalator quite tricky.